Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Let's continue here with episode 2. I'll load this, yeah. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. Is this the same judge? I don't remember if we were in courtroom 1. Yeah, I guess it is. Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Fey. Edgeworth. Oh, right, this is my... Well, I was going to say my nemesis, but I think he's just like a famous prodigy prosecutor, if I remember right. Oh, the other thing I was going to say when I started here is I was talking to my friend Cold Run, the one who wanted me to play this game. I was like, I'm so confused. This is a Japanese game, right? But it felt a little bit strange, especially with like the names and stuff. And he was like, yeah, it's made by a Japanese company, but it's set in like California. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. And I even went back and checked, and the time zone difference from the first episode works for Paris to California. And I thought that was really cool. So I think that makes sense then of kind of the weird like vibe I was getting, where I was like, it feels Japanese, but then some things don't. And I think because they were trying to make it feel American, which is fascinating. All right. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Uh-oh. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, Dick. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please, describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window, here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. What's their motive here, I wonder? Also, I have to rearrange the cats on my lap. Too many cats, too small of a lap. Okay, there we go. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Oh, look at that face. Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. This is not hard evidence, the name written in blood. That is circumstantial. I swear to God. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Okay, his testimony. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. So the witness, I think, is being paid off by the actual dude who did it. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. What is that? Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? My sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony. She would bluff it, press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It works lots of times. Huh. Should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Is something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Okay. I'm so worried I'm gonna mess it up. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. I also don't know what that blue bar is at the top. Is it like testimony health or something? Okay. There were 2 people there already. Do I need to present something here? No, I need to press L1. Wait, go back. Yeah, let's press him about the phone call. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. Yeah, 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is there any reason to press on this? We know that's true. We'll ask. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. Their funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair made you stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She's pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Okay, this is what I wasn't sure of. I was like, do I need to press everything? We had a witness account describing her. I guess we'll press on this? Hold on just one second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? Guess pressing can have its advantages. Okay. Yeah. Ah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Yeah, he has the paper with her name. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab tests showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I mean, you don't know that's what she was doing. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Examine the scene of the crime with my own eyes. A memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Can I press him on that? None of this seems like the only thing that I personally want to press him on it is blood found on the victim's finger is this. Detective Gumshoe, Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess. I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Like, I feel like the guy who did it used the finger and blood to write the name. Like, it was a setup, because they knew Maya would be there. Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Uh-oh. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! Oh, that didn't go so well. Yeah, I need some kind of prosecutor interrupt. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Seen with my own eyes. What do I have? Death was instantaneous. She didn't have time to write it. Okay. Okay, I knew it. I knew it. Okay, written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Maya was written clearly in blood. There's blood found on the victim's finger before she died. Here, present. Death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. I love the, like, paper tap. The hand. It's so good. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? Oh shit, are we getting into chain of evidence or whatever? When? The day after the murder. It's the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? Oh, you fuck. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Someone's a sham here. I feel like you can't, in all honesty, call Edgeworth a sham. He's doing his job pretty well. If not in the most, honest isn't the right word, but like open way. The detective's an idiot, but he's not a sham. But like, Phoenix isn't a sham. Ah, fuck, we'll say it. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Gross. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. Suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Takes a fucking bow. Ah, darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. I think this poor, innocent girl is in on it. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Can I just say how much I love the name April May? As like, this is like an American name, right? Like, yeah, sure. It could be. It could be, but also like the month thing. I don't know. It's kind of great. Exactly what part of her is innocent? She is very pink. We will give her that. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Order on introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aw. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room? Tee-hee. I checked in right after lunch. There's gonna be some kind of something with this. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Company law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Okay. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the one with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Well, Your Honor, I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? I feel like I'm gonna get the court, like, not on my side, but yes? I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Let me see what's in my thing here. The conversation between the chief and Maya. Broken lance made by Larry Butts. Found in Miss May's hotel room. I know there's the wiretap, but... God, I don't know how any of this is going to be helpful. Check this. Stuff you haven't called. There's something when you hold on to me. Clock. It's not working. Papers. That's your evidence. See you at 9. Oh, I don't know about this. Could the glass shards be something? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. The one, like, dodged to one side and ran away? Maybe I'll press her on this. She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack. Please, continue your testimony. She hit her. I guess I'll press her on this. How did you know it was my client? Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. Fuck. Do I question it or not? God, I'm gonna get Mia sent to prison for the rest of her life. I don't want to say you're right, but I don't have anything to question the testimony with. Alright, you're right. The testimony certainly does make sense. Everyone in the court keeps siding with her. I better not press too hard on this one. Maybe I should just listen to the testimony again. She hit her. Okay. That's it? Nothing really jumps out as a contradiction. There's gotta be something in there somewhere. Maybe I better just press on the facts a bit. Okay, was it 9 o'clock? Why did you do that? That's a good question. Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... Oh my god, the boob wiggle. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. I don't know if I can get over that boob wiggle. It's like the anime trope where, like, men, like, flex their pecs one at a time. I'm trying to... Can I do a boob wiggle? I don't think I can pull it off. This girl's talented. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's go for it. See how far I can run with this. Surely, you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Ooh.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Oh no! Everyone hates me! The poor girl. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Alright, well, I'll press her on it. The one with long hair. That was Mia Fey? Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Yeah, and I feel like we've already pressed on that, right? Maybe not. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. Yeah, we've already been through this. Okay. Look, I just know, okay? There's only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Yeah, he's right. Testimony does make sense. Better not press too hard. To the victim. We already asked about dodging. She caught up to her and she hit her. How'd you know it was my client? Oh, we've already done that. This is not helping me. Can I question the testimony? Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Does it? What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Erp. Oh, I'm about to get slapped down. The thing is, I do have this wiretap. Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, May Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Huh? No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But, still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. Yes, we do. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Row. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Boo wiggle. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did almost have her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. To the right? Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statuey clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee? Okay. Did she know that it was a clock? I see. Only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Okay, now we've got some stuff to hang our hat on. Okay, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. I am going to present on this. These were to the left, I think. So I'm going to try this. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? But they were! Let me explain! Shit. Think the facts over before making accusations. Oh, was that my health? Is that blue my health? That won me any points with the judge. Shit! Okay, so I lost points for that. Girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, hit her with that weapon, I saw it. Okay, I'm gonna press on this, I guess. Do I press or present? A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. That clock! Client statue. Okay, so I am supposed to present. How'd you know it was a clock? Objection! Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. Oh my god. You just said the statue of the thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh,
Objection!
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course, you will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. The back and forth, but questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. I was going to say plural there as a stretch, Phoenix. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Faye and Company? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Faye and Company where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have rung. That's right. Maya took out the stuff. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... just take a look, right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. The clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Huh? Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. Oh, but I have evidence it was removed before. I like the way Edgeworth thinks, though. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Wait, can I do my court record, though, with this? Oh, I can't present it, so... Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Of course I can. Impossible, of course. Okay, can I present it yet? No. Whoops. Back. Back. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now we'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is this one. Take that! Take a look at this. It's a very cute cell phone. Woohoo! You have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Oh, he's mad. Big mad. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Huh? Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, of course. Larry Butts made it. The witness claimed she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence. She had not seen it. Made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Okay, that was a good follow-up. What? What's it to you, porcupine head? Okay, so she is transformed out of her, like, cutesy phase. Stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Huh? Oh. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Tee wink. Ooh, wiggle. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... Was she the murderer? I thought it was some dude. But it's been like a week since I recorded the previous episode, so I don't remember. You held it? This is familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Is it the witness is actually the murderer again? I don't know about that. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed me a fay, I say. When you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. I don't think that's right. Tisk tisk. Yeah, I think that she heard about it. I think I chose the wrong option there. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved the thinker was empty. Oh. Of course it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May. Okay, so I was right. I did the wrong thing. Perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder? She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Teehee, didn't the murder take place at 9 o'clock at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Shit. I still think she is working with the murderer. You made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go so well. But if that's the case, then how did she know it was a clock? Wait! Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof, you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? I'm gonna bring up the wiretap. Have a look at this. Ah! Ooh, that? Uh-huh. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia May's phone, were you not? Oh! Oh! Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. Troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. The problem as I see it is, what's the proof that it was hers? Like, he says he found it in her room. We know he did, but how did they know he did? Anyways. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Wow, the, background is incredible. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... I mean, there's this, right? But this was the cell phone. She was tapping the office phone. I'm still gonna use it. A defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Okay, I'm not reading this out loud. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. Made to look like the thinker. Miss April May used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. Oh, I think I misunderstood. The phone is the defendant. Mia's phone. No. The defendant is Maya. Mia is the sister who died. And it was her office phone that she called the cell phone with. Okay, it does make sense. Yeah, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May? Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer? It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Nice try. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. I don't know that she did. I want to ask why the wiretap. Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Is this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping, irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room, getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Can we call the bellboy as a witness? Vince would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. think you've sunk in quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree on one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. Are you allowed to do that? What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Well, I'm not going to give up. I will accept the condition. Alright, got nothing to lose. Except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I feel like I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Oh my god. You brought the tray. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Alright, Miss Maya's room service. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. Shit. Let me begin the cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. Same. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Fuck, I don't know. Head bellboy. I received a call after 8 in the evening from Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. It's a little weird, right? 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. So how was she looking out the window? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. I see. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest? Wait, please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This shroud of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Fuck me, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna get it wrong. I don't know. Bed making? It's gotta be about room service, right? Alright, I'm gonna ask about room service. Tell me again about room service. Again, sir? Exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest have requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. Huh? $18? Does that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know. We don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? For 2? Right? What did you say? Rather quite? Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. My man Edgeworth, that's a stretch. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... Huh? He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh! Ugh. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Have you? I feel like there's a lot left. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Yeah, and he's the murderer, whoever he is. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple, it was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ugh. Edgeworth takes damage. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. Court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into the matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Somebody better keep taps on Miss April May. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. So this is later the same afternoon? I forget. I should keep track. I think it is. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. I mean, I was fine. I did okay. I messed up a couple times. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis... Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. Is that usually what the lawyer does? Tracks down the unknown guy. Anyways, I asked for a full testimony of a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. Now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Oh, the dodged the attack to the right, but was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Perfect timing. I hope I get to save. I don't know if I can save outside of these moments. But in any case, that was a perfect amount of time. So thank you all for watching, and we will do more investigating next time. Bye!